Hi, Darryl from Select Driving School. We're going to have a quick look at the Facelift ST-Line X today for the show me, tell me questions, the differences to my previous ST-Line X. As I say, this is the facelift version. Personal opinion, the team that was responsible for the facelift needs sacking as they've not made a single meaningful improvement, but I'll talk more about that in a future video. So first of all, to the things that haven't really changed much. So first of all, the horn. You're obviously simply going to press this. That's sounding the horn. Opening and closing the windows, again still on the right hand on the door side, on the driver's door side. We've still got the same layout, so it's laid out the same as the windows. So this would be your driver's front, passenger front, driver rear, passenger rear. You can choose whichever window you want. To open a window, you give it a nice positive push, you'll feel a slight double click, and if you do that, the window just goes down in one go. And then similarly, to bring it back up, a nice positive click, and it will come up in one go and finish. That means you don't have to keep your hand off the wheel whilst you're doing it. Now turning on the lights, very similar to the other car, except it's just slightly more obvious where the switch is, and we're still turning the switch. You've got a more helpful light on the side of it, so we're just going to turn it down one, and that puts your dipped headlights on, and you get a little message up on the screen confirming that. Now for the controls that have changed a bit and just need to be clear about how to use them. So you might be asked to demist the front or rear windscreen. Now the controls for those have been moved onto the infotainment screen here, which does make them a little trickier to use when you're moving. If you wanted to do the front, it would be this button here only. If you wanted to do the back only, it would be this button here. But in order to just make your life easier when you're driving, you can just use this button down here, which is a little bit lower, that says max on it. If you just press that button, it will do front and back, and it doesn't matter which you've been asked to do, just use that one button. It's easier to operate on the move, and less confusing for you. And finally, the wipers. These have all been incorporated into a single stalk, whereas on most cars you would have a stalk on both sides of the steering wheel. Ford, in their wisdom, have decided to put all the controls onto one, which has to be said is a bit fiddly. But that's what we have to work with. So you could be asked to wash the front windscreen, so this isn't too bad. There is a button on the end, and you press that button firmly and you will get a wash and a wipe of the front screen. Slightly more fiddly is washing the rear windscreen. So here we've got it's the third ring in, it has the little rectangle sign on it, and you move it down one like that, and that will wash and wipe the rear windscreen. So those are the 7 things that you might be asked to do on the show me question for the facelift, well, for the journey, and that's for the facelifted Ford Puma 2024 onwards. Hopefully you'll find that useful. Thank you.